Anna, 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 you watched this thing that day, eh? Back to the kitchen, back to the kitchen. Back to the kitchen. Yes, guys. Zion, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much. Then what are you making? I'm making sauce, making stew. Thank you for joining, please. If you're joining for the first time, subscribe to the channel, please. Please comment where you're watching from, please. Thank you for joining, please. Zion, I love that. Thank you very much. Are you going now? Bye bye. Anna, Anna, when you're ready to mob here, you come and mob, eh? Chisom, what is the name of? Can you talk? Why did you delete the message? Why did you delete Chisom? Why did you delete it? Please comment. I'm cooking stew. Please comment where you're watching from, please. Okay, Wilson, what are you slicing? Onions or cabbage? Cabbage. Onions, of course. Nigeria, from Nigeria. My sister from Nigeria. I'm slicing onions. I don't like blending onions. I like to, when I'm eating onions, I like to feel the onions. Yeah. Please comment where you're watching from, please. I cook good. Normally, I like stew anyway. I like cooking stew by myself. Though my wife cook, but Saturdays I like to go into the kitchen and cook because it's my one of my hobbies. I love cooking. So the reason why I love to slice onions is because when I'm eating the stew, I love to bite onions. I love the onions. And when you bite, you feel the flavor of that onions. I don't like blending it. Blend it, it's kind of I don't like it. I don't know about others, but for me, I don't like blending onions. Yeah, I can blend the tomatoes, but onions, no. Every Saturday, the kitchen always belong to me, not my wife. Every Saturday. Please comment where you're watching from, please. How many people do we have here? I'm not seeing people's comment. Please comment where you're watching from, please. Who is watching me anyway? I have about 60 people here. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much. I just brought out time, I have to cook this morning because most of the time, Saturdays, I like to enter the kitchen and cook what I like and what my wife will definitely like. So today, Saturday, I see the need to, make a stew. Uh, because most of the time my wife is a working class anyway. She works in the Ministry of Justice. So during the weekdays, she don't have much time. When she comes back in the evening, taking care of kids and also cooking for us and all that. So today I found the need to cook, just to support her, and that's how I do almost every Saturday, unless when a Saturday that I'm busy in business. So I always make out time. So I had the need to, come live with you guys so that you guys can see how I'm cooking and what I'm cooking, and as well as we discuss, have our proper discussion as usual, pertaining to Ivory Coast, sorry, Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, and Africa at large. So I want you guys to watch and comment, bring in your opinion, bring in your questions in the comment section. If I cannot answer you, there are a lot of people here on the comment section that can easily answer your question. But feel free with me as we go ahead. Thank you. I see some people saying Africa is I saw one comment in the comment section that was saying that Africa is a very why is it hard to live in Africa? I don't know who told that person that it is difficult or it is hard to live in Africa. Africa is a blessed continent, just that we are not lucky to have good leaders. Africa is a very sweet continent. So if anybody tells you that Africa is difficult to live in, that person is lying to you. That person is trying to deceive you. Africa is not difficult to live in. It's just about mindset. That is the reason why, even in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, in UK, if you're living there, you will have to work. If you do not work, you cannot eat. If you cannot work, you won't be able to pay your bills. Because I will know, for instance, somebody was telling me that the minimum wage in America as a doctor is about $15. Okay, it's about $15 per hour. Okay, let's for instance, you as a doctor in America or a nurse in America, you earn $15 per hour. And when you earn $15 per hour, you can calculate. Okay, let's say you work. Let's assume that you work. Um, Let me bring in my calculator, so we can do this calculation now, because a lot of people have taken Africa for granted so much. Always, bringing words, saying things as negative about Africa, how difficult Africa is, how poor Africa is. Africa is never a poor continent and has never been difficult to live in Africa. It's just all about mindset. Yeah, we understand the fact that our leaders are bad, our leaders are very, very horrible, but it's not to that extent. There are people in Africa here, if you ask them to go to live in America or Europe, they will tell you, no, I cannot, because they are comfortable here. They can only go for holidays and all that. So let me give you, for instance, if you're earning $15 per hour in America, that's for a very, very, very good job. If you're having a profession, I'm not talking about menial jobs like odd jobs in America or UK or Europe. We're not talking about odd jobs or menial jobs. We're talking about professional jobs like doctor or high level nurses. Okay, they earn $15 per hour, right? Americans, I don't know if you guys are here or you can understand my point. Okay, let's say you work, let's say from eight, let's say 8 to 4, you work from 8 to 4, 8 o'clock in the morning, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. You work 9 hours a day. 9 hours a day time 15 times 9. You earn $135 every day times. You do not go to work every day. Do you go to work every day in America? I doubt. Maybe you go to work maybe like Monday to Saturday. I don't know how it works, how you guys work there. But let's for instance, you work because definitely you will have to make out a day for yourself to relax. Okay, you work from Monday to Saturday. Monday to Saturday, okay. Monday to Saturday is like let's say 26 days in a month times 26 times 26. You'll be having $3,510 every month. You'll be having, I mean, for people that has only one job, not people do double shifts. People that has only one job in America, you'll be making like $3,510. Okay, in 3,500, I want us to do this calculation. Let's do this mathematics. Anna, let's do this mathematics. I want people to understand that Africa is just as horrible as Europe is, as America is, because we understand they live by tax. Even the cars they drive is mortgage. Even most of the cars they drive is mortgage. Most of the houses they are living in is mortgage. So we understand the game. Stop tagging Africa a very horrible. Africa is not horrible. Africa is a very sweet continent. Okay, for instance, you earning $3,510 every month. Now minus the taxes, your tax first. Your minus the tax government have to take from your account before you get your salary. If you minus, let's say for instance, the whole of $3,510, you will use $510 as tax. You'll be having $3,000, sorry, $3,000 left with you. You'll be having $3,000 left with you. $3,000 left with you, you have to pay your house rent. Your house rent is nothing less than 1,200, depending on the kind of house you are living in or the kind of environment you are living in. If you are living in New York, your house rent alone is like, let's say maybe like 2,000, 2,000 or 1,500 in a month. Okay, now minus in $3,000, you minus your $1,000 house rent. Now you'll be left with $2,000. $2,000 now you minus your taxes, you pay your gas bill, pay your electricity bill, pay your water bill, pay your trash bin bills and everything. Before you are done with the bills upon bills, internet bill, electricity bill, everything will be clocking like $700 or $800. I'm just giving instance. $800. You'll be left with $1,200. So now 1,200. I mean, for somebody that's doing one shift, for $1,200 now, that's what is left with you from your salary, $3,510. Now you minus your feeding in a month. Okay, let's say you feed yourself with $500 or $400 in a month. You'll be left with $800. $800 left with you in your account. And now, in that $800, okay, you now remove the fuel money because you have to buy fuel in your car to go to work. You remove like $200, you'll be left with $600. So now tell me, somebody living in Africa and living in America, is it not the same thing? It's the same thing. So we just stop this demonizing Africa, making Africa look like. So I just hope I've corrected this person that had that kind of mentality. Yeah, it's true that Africa is a kind of our environment and our weather is kind of dusty. That is okay. We understand our pattern of buildings are not like American buildings. We understand that. We understand that the system works in America. There is security. There is good medical facilities. Yes, those are things that you can say. Yeah, you are better than Africa in it. You have quality educations. There are jobs, opportunities. Yes, we understand that fact. But tagging Africa as like Africa is difficult to live in. Come to Africa. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you one gospel truth. There are people that are living in Africa here. The expenses they do in a month is like your salary in 6 months. The expenses they do in a month is your salary, whole salary. I mean, your complete salary in 6 months. Go to Nigeria. There are millionaires, billionaires in dollars, but did not make noise. So stop demonizing Africa, making Africa look like we are suffering. We are not suffering, okay? Those people that are telling you that, yeah, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. Africa is a very sweet continent. The fact that we are clamoring for better leadership does not mean that we are hungry or we are not living. And by the way, the reason why Africa is the way it is today is because of the support the Westerners have been giving our corrupt leaders. If America start today to stop African politicians from buying houses in America or sending their children to America, trust me, that one is a very, crystal clear step to show that yes, they really want to help Africa to fight corruption. But when you allow these politicians to come to your America, buy houses, buy cars, send their kids there, you are also indirectly supporting the corruption in Africa, which is uncalled for. I don't know if you understand my point. Stella Mayungi says, stop saying that the fact that you are living good does not mean everyone is living good. Where you are is better than Africa. Oh, this is the problem we're having here. If you do not have food to eat, go and engage in skill. It is as simple as ABCD. If you go to America, you see homeless people on the streets. Stop demonizing Africa. I believe very well that you're an African and you are making this kind of comments.
People in Africa, most of them don't have jobs. Yeah, I can agree with you. Yes, that the government did not make job available for like um, for graduates, right? That's the fact. I will not dispute that with you. But for the fact that you will say that most people do not even have food to eat. If you do not have food to eat, there are jobs you can do. There are things you can do to have food, to put food on the table. It's as simple as ABCD. That's the reason why I always tell people, try to acquire skill. Because government is not ready to give you job. Try to create that job for yourself. It's as simple as ABCD. If you acquire skill, in Africa we have a lot of skills here. Very lucrative skills. Like tailoring, we have plumbing, we have carpentering, we have a lot of them. Engage in one. It's as simple as ABCD. If you are a woman, you can engage in catering and all that stuff, like sewing cloth and all that stuff. But you coming back and say Africa, most people don't have food. Do you know that we have landmass to even farm? And rainy season is already here. You can easily farm, So it's not the same thing. The way it is in Africa is the same way it is in Europe, in America. In America, you have homeless people that cannot even afford house. They cannot afford accommodation. Some of them don't even have jobs. Okay?
Still, so what are you saying? Don't look at minority, look at the majority. Paul Ede, tell them here in America we live in paycheck.
Exactly. My brother, thank you very much. Let me pin this your message. I will pin this message. There's a need to pin it. There's a need to pin that message. I keep telling people, most of the time I tell people here, it is okay. It is okay to call Africa a hungry continent, a poor continent. But it is one thing again to come to Africa and see, like, let's say for instance, go to Nigeria. Let me give Nigeria as an instance. Nigeria is my country. I'm a Nigerian, but lives in the Gambia, right? I live in the Gambia for the past 14 years, going to 15 years. If you come to Nigeria, you get to understand that everybody is busy. What we are clamoring for, what we are crying for is that government is not making things easy for us. That's the only thing we are crying for. At least there should be importation, the taxes on importation should be able to reduce. That's number one. Not just only the taxes on importation. The cost of living, when the taxes on importation it reduces, the cost of living will be a little bit down. Okay? Because most of the essential commodities are being imported to Africa. What you'll be saying that if government will be able to establish manufacturing companies to manufacture essential commodities like all these food items and all that in Africa, most of the things will not be imported and the price of those essential commodities will be down. Those are the things we'll be clamoring for. It's not putting Africa on the map when they are saying that Africa is a shithole country and you are trying to prove them right. We cannot continue doing that. If you know people that are not working and that cannot afford 3 square meals a day, tell them to engage in hand work, in skill acquisition. It is important. Skill acquisition is important. And by the way, in this modern age now, most of the job we do on the internet, we do online. Most of the people do their business online. There are some business people that don't even have shop. Their shop is their phone. Their shop is their phone. They sell all their items on social media. There are a lot of ways to make money on social media. There are also a lot of ways to make money off social media. So anybody that tells you that you cannot afford 3 square meals a day means the person is lazy. They cannot see opportunity. There are a lot of opportunities. Okay?
So what are you saying? Don't look at minority. Okay, thank you. I've read that one. Well, there are people who are having too much money, but they are very few. No, that is a lie. We are not saying Africa is poor. Not all. Not at all. Mismanagement is the problem.
Now you are coming. You see, now you are making facts. Now you are bringing up facts. The problem we're having in Africa is the bad leadership. That's what we're saying. Like this morning, I was on live broadcast and suddenly light went off. Immediately light went off, you just get to my mind straight. This is what we are crying for. This is what we are asking for. We need constant electricity. We need constant electricity. These are the things that can attract foreign investors. Not just only foreign constant electricity. We need good access road, good paved access roads. These are important things, infrastructure that we need in Africa that will attract foreign investors as well. Blendi, Kamisa, Bargaza. You guys, when you go abroad, you want to live in a full house, look for a room, reduce your spending, complaining too much to your family. Yeah. You see, this is the problem. Like I said, we can't get it right until we start changing our mindset and our sense of reasoning. This is the only thing that can help us to get it right. When we start changing our mindset and our sense of reasoning. You see, this is what Gaddafi was crying for, was clamoring for. You know the reason why the West always believe that Africa is hungry. And when they come to Africa, they will bring in this abandoned or spoiled material like clothes and all that, come to share in Africa because they think Africa deserves the lowest, because they see Africa as nothing. Africa as nothing. And we Africans in diaspora are also adding fire and making it look like what they say about Africa is real, which is not. It is not. In any form, it is not. Like Nigeria is the richest country in the world, but look at the conditions Nigerians are living in. It doesn't make sense at all. I understand your point. Your point is coming out clear. I'm getting to understand your point very, very well. This is the problem we're talking about. And if you've been on my channel for a long time, you will get to understand that I've been an advocate of this particular bad leadership. This is what we ask. Okay, for instance, if you go to Mame Market, if you go to the barrack where the police lives, you will cry. You will cry. These are civil servants that are, obligated to protect the citizens, the life of the citizens. If you send somebody to go and protect the life of the citizens and you don't make the person's life comfortable, how do you think the person will summon courage to protect that life and property? First of all, this revolution will first of all start with the civil servant, by the civil servants. Let them be paid well. People are working, but their salary is nothing to write home about. There is no proper retirement plan. In America or in UK where you stay, you have what they call mortgage, right? You can buy a house by mortgage. You can purchase a car by mortgage, and you pay little by little. The car belongs to you, or the house belongs to you. You pay, what you do is just pay little by little and pay your taxes. But for civil servants in Africa here, those things are not made available for them. You're talking about civil servants. You're not even talking about the private sectors in Africa. So it's just quite obvious that we need we need a reform. We need that revolution, because if you're talking about reform, if you're talking about going to the ballot box will not be answer to this menace, because the Electoral Commission has been bought with money. That's number one. The judiciary has been compromised with money. That's number two. The House of Rep and the House of Senate have been compromised with money. And now the people itself have been bought with bag of rice. So that is the reason why we start sensitizing our people towards 2027. Every single Nigerian should wake up. Use your common senses. Do not fall into this category of people that they shared rice to go and buy your conscience with just a cup of rice. Do you understand? It's just very simple. If you go abroad, if you want, you will get money. I know. So let me focus a little bit on my cooking. Africa is a sweet country. Africa is a sweet continent. Do not just fall for these lies and propaganda against Africa. By the way, if you're talking about impoverishing, who impoverished Africa? It's the West. When you come to a continent and start, exploiting their resources, Where do you want them to get money to utilize and develop their continent? The money that you've already exploited their resources. So do not expect much. All you can do is using propaganda, using poverty as a tool, as a weapon to attack Africans. And at the end of the day, you still feel like you are right, doing the right thing. Meanwhile, you are not. So they use poverty as a tool, as an instrument against Africans. Nigeria, still I say, Nigeria need to start with electricity. It is a big problem for those things you're talking about. People want to work, but they are prohibited by the fact that there is no electricity. Exactly. This is what I said. Immediately my light went off this morning. I live in the Gambia. Though in Gambia, the electricity system here is far much better than Nigeria anyway. Because the reason why our light is going off on and off these days is because of the car power just left back to the Turkey. So Nigeria need electricity. Electricity and the good access paved road is number one step to development. When you have electricity, in fact, if you come to a forest and build electricity, connect electricity in the forest and build access road in the forest, within the short period of 1 year, that forest will become a very expensive estate. So electricity is important, access road is important. Cook with me, guys. This is my meat. Let me show you my meat. This is my protein for the stew. Now I'm going to fry the onions. Watch with me. Okay, still I say, but look at what you are saying. Gambia has better electricity than Nigeria. This is something Nigeria should be ashamed of. Exactly. I've said it. Go to my channel. If you go back to my channel, watch my videos, you'll get to understand that I've said this time without number. I've said this time without number. Nigeria will hardly have 24 hours electricity as we speak for at least consecutively 2 weeks. Or for 1 week. There's no way Nigeria will have 24 hours electricity for consecutively 1 week without interruption. And it's a shameful thing. A little country like Gambia, just 2.something million in population, that is not even up to a local government in Nigeria, can be proud of, supplying electricity to their country, to their citizens. These are the dividends of democracy that we are asking for. We are not asking too much. We're not asking too much. Let the dividends of democracy go across the board. Every single person has enjoyed the dividends of democracy. Nobody will be complaining. Create job opportunity for the youth. Let the youth stop jumping Mediterranean Sea to cross into Europe. And the worst part of it is that when they cross to the Europe, they will be subjected into that slavery condition. Do you understand? So we're not asking too much. Ion, thank you very much. Where are you watching from? It's morning here. Good morning. If you go to my channel and watch very well, you'll get to understand that I've been saying this time without number. Nigeria is a blessed country. Nigeria is a very rich country. If a country like Burkina Faso can get it right within the space of 2 years, it means that Nigeria can do better. Just within the space of 2 years. And I wonder why people keep saying that Ibrahim Traore is a dictator and all that. I see, Paul, it's not that easy. What are you cooking? So what are you cooking for us? Okay, I'm cooking stew, Nigerian stew anyway. I'm cooking Nigerian stew with goat meat as my protein. using onions. I'm currently frying onions anyway. I have tomatoes, tomato ball, and tomato paste. You know, just simple stew. You know, for Sunday, jolly jolly meant. I see. Let me read the comment from my brother. He said, Paul He said, not that easy blending kamas. There are people here we call them rich poor. Daytime they look for rich, they look rich, and the cars. But night they sleep in the cars, eat in the same shower, eat eat in the same shower. Don't ask me. Oh, those kind of people. You know, that's one of the reasons why I always tell people, better not to look rich and poor. Be yourself. Be who you are. You don't need validation from anybody. You do not need validation from anybody. Be the best version of yourself. Do not look rich and you are poor while you are poor. Better to even look poor and be rich. You know, I always see it's not only in your country. I see some people when they got a little money, they will go and buy a car. You know, it happens here as well. It happens in Africa here. It happens in Nigeria. They will go and buy a car and be driving car, looking rich, you know, wear nice clothes and all that. But they do not have good house. You know, for me, before I even think of having a car, I've already built house for my mom. I built house for myself. I built house already in Nigeria for rent and all that. Before I even think of buying cars and all that, getting married and all that. I did all those things before I got married. I'm 41 years of age. I have 2 kids already. So it is time to take care of my kids. So it is very bad to look rich and be poor. Okay, what is the good? I hope you give me some. Yes, if you're here, I'll give you some. I wish you were here, I'll give you some. Sincerely speaking, I cook good. I cook very, 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 very good. I love cooking. Cooking is one of my hobbies. In fact, cooking is my best hobby. I can even cook all day. I love cooking, but most of the time my wife does not want me to cook. But I love cooking. I love cooking so much. Please, if you're doing that for the first time, subscribe to the channel, please. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Yes, I'm married. I am. Can you teach me how to cook some food? What do you want to learn how to cook? Usually, I know how to cook Nigerian dishes like soup, like egusi soup, okra soup, what's it called? Bitter leaf soup, okazi soup. I know how to cook those things, and as well, I cook stew, Nigerian stew, Nigerian jollof rice, and all the rest. So, what do you want me to teach you how to cook? You can say I'm married though. I'm a very happily married man with kids. Not even I'm married without kids. I'm married with kids. I've been married for 7 years now. So there's no vacant. Okay. Paul said, I'm wondering what are you cooking in this hour? Do you know 7 a.m.? Do you know that here right now is 11:44 a.m. in the Gambia? It's 11:44 a.m. We're almost getting to afternoon. here. Okay, I'm cooking stew. Okay, I'm cooking stew. No, normally, usually on Saturdays, I usually like to help my wife anyway, because she's a working class, and as well during the day she always take care of the family, cook as well when she come back to work. Today I always want her to relax, you know, relax. Use the washing machine to wash children clothes as well and relax as well. So yes, exactly, I do. Thank you very much, Beauty. Thank you, thank you. I cook white soup as well. Please, where are you watching from, Chinyene? Nnanyene. This is a Nigerian, even for that matter. Where are you watching from? Okay, from Ivory Coast. I forgot, sorry. You're watching from Ivory Coast. Okay. Please, if you're joining for the first time, subscribe to the channel, please. Put on your notification. Give me a thumbs up. Where are the people? Where are the viewers? Please, we are reducing. We are reducing in number. We are about 100 here. So. Yes, it's the same time with me. Here is 11:47. 11:47 exactly. Beauty, thank you very much. Like, Uzbek, enjoy your meal. Thank you very much. Where are you watching from, please? Yeah, we are friends already. Beauty, we are already friends. I'm almost done. Anyway, in next few minutes, I will just leave it to dry. Okay, lucky. Paul said, "You are lucky you have got time to cook. Some of us we eat while driving between time and traffic in order to meet." You see, to me too as well. Most of the time, I do not have time to cook anyway. But Saturdays, I always try to make out time so I can be able to cook, because you cannot leave everything for the woman to do. She's taking care of 2 kids, taking care of the house, and as well, not just only that, cook in the house as well, clean the house, take care of the house. So you can't just leave everything for her. That's why Saturdays, I always ask her to relax so I can do some and help her to arrange food for today and tomorrow. So oh yeah. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Thank you so much. Beauty, thank you very much. Like, thank you. Uh, thank you. Are you at home? Thank you so much. Esther Maleo, are you out? Let me know. Blend the cameras. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Wilson, are you out? I'll soon be going off. In the next less than 8 minutes, I'll be going off. Andre, I see you. Gambia, 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 West Africa. Thank you. Yes, Serekunda. Do you know Serekunda? Andro, have you been here before? I must say you are a good husband, thinking, helping your wife. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. You know Tanji, okay. Thank you. Wow, have you been here before? Where are you watching from anyway? I've never been here before, okay. So where are you watching from? Italy, okay. Which part of Italy? Where in Italy? Napoli? Where? Torino, okay. Wow, I have a friend in Torino. I was having a plan to be in Italy in 2014 or 2016, sorry, when I was in France. I had a plan of coming back to do one or two things. So how is it going there? Turin? Okay, okay. I hope you'll come here anyway, someday. Aha, are you Fula or Maninka? I'm not even a Gambian, I'm a Nigerian. Sorry. Because I don't agree with them. Okay. I'm sweating, it's hot. The heat from the gas and the heat from the window side is crazily hot here. It's hard to sleep here at night without air conditioning. Very, very hard. Nigeria from Port Harcourt. Wow, this is my brother. Port Harcourt is not far from me. I'm from Abia State. So we have common boundary. Wow. Which part of Port Harcourt are you from? I know Port Harcourt very well. I know Port Harcourt very, very well. I know Rumokoro. I know Bibo. I know Rumola. I know Rumokrushi. I know a lot of places in Port Harcourt. Where are you from in Port Harcourt? Alright, in less than 3 minutes I will be going off. You done? You want to come in here? Just 1 minute. I'll show you guys the outcome of this stew after. Hello, Zena. Sorry, yeah, I'm alright. Okay, no problem. What is really happening in Burkina Faso is a revolution that I believe that the entire continent of Africa can emulate. I mean, when you have a leader that really cares about his people, he makes sure that he delivers. Guess what? Will you believe if I tell you that the entire country of Burkina Faso could only boast of 3,000 kilometers paved road from independence till now? Will you believe me? Will you believe me? I mean, a country called Botswana could boast of 3,000 kilometers when the British left there. But the French left, the government came to power, say, as a construction lawyer. The government came to power for over 27 years. How old is this country? The country, the independence is 1960. 1960.
Yeah.
And the country could only boast of 3,000 kilometers.
1,000 kilometers, I'm telling you.
Is it true?
Yeah, it's true. As Wodemai was saying, since the independence up to today, we have just 3,000 something paved roads. But now, with the coming of Traoré, they are planning to pave 5,000 kilometers per year. This is insane. This is unbelievable.
How are they achieving that?
Yeah, they bought all the equipment because the government doesn't want anymore to let any company be in charge of this. So they bought all the equipment to do it by itself. The government is in charge of building all those roads that you can see.
That's crazy.
Yeah. As you guys, maybe some of you saw the equipment coming from Ghana. People made a lot of videos about it. So the equipment are here. The government is taking care of constructing or building the roads. Because, sometimes they give it to private companies and they take forever to finish some roads. So the government is now taking care of building the roads with their own equipment and everything. So that's what's happening.
And one of the most exciting thing about this whole road construction in Burkina Faso, the fact that the government bought all the equipment, trained the youth to operate this equipment. So literally, it's the people of Burkina Faso building the country for the people of this beautiful country.
The country is under construction.
Burkina Faso indeed is under construction because I am here and I'm seeing roads being constructed. I am here and I'm seeing factories being built. I am here and I'm seeing entrepreneurs coming out saying that this is their first time. I mean, feeling so proud about their country, good business in their country. This is a revolution, and I believe that a revolution like this needs to be supported. My name is Wodemai, an African content creator on a journey to celebrate African excellence. I'll see you all.
Thank you so much. I see.
What is
Okay, I see Adebayo Oluwatoyin. Thank you from Nigeria, I believe. Alexis Bayela, where are you watching from?
I mean, when you have a leader that really cares about these people, he makes sure that he delivers. Guess what? Will you believe if I
Please, where are you watching from, please?
the entire country of Burkina Faso could only boast of 3,000 kilometers paved road from independence till now? Will you believe me?
So I'll be going off right now. I'll be going off right now. So catch you guys later around that 2. I'll see you guys again. So goodbye. Thank you very much for joining me today, to watching me through cooking and all that. I really appreciate it. I see Jenny Mbowe. Where are you watching from, please? Comment where you're watching from. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So bye bye guys. I will drop it here now. See you in the next couple of hours. Okay.